If they get 2 units on the board... Oh, that has Overwhelm, doesn't it? No, it has Fearsome. Will our hero be able to slay the monster and save the day? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z!
I make the money, man. I rule the nickels. The game's mine. I deal the cards.
Welcome back. We're on episode 4 of my Road to Masters 3rd edition. Real quick, I just want to ask y'all to smash that like button, hit that subscribe bell, and leave a comment down below. It really helps the channel out a ton. Thanks. And this time, I've got a real doozy for you, so let's get right into it. I contemplate my mulligan, mostly thinking about whether I want to keep the Janna or not. Eventually deciding to kick it back. Only to draw into it anyways. So it goes. The first few turns go by without a hitch, and without anything terribly interesting or exciting happening, so let's skip by that, shall we? Once they drop below Crumble mana, I go ahead and play out my Sunken Temple. Then, down comes a Deathless Viego. Big beefy boy. And they swing in for big deeps. Initially, I take the obvious trade into the 5/3, but on second thought, I choose to go after the Viego instead. They have the Hate Spike to defend, but I have the Mystic Shot to counter, so we get the 5 damage to stick.
Yeah, boy.
And then, it's a simple matter of pinging him twice... And I completely forgot how Viego's buffs interact with Deathless. I greed for the Nilah and get punished by the Mordekaiser, who is also Deathless. The good news is they're out of mana, so I take the opportunity to shoot down their Viego. Unfortunately, this levels their Mordekaiser, so he's my next target. I get an Eye of the Storm to kill the Mord in combat, which allows me to ping off the revived Mord.
Nice.
And things are starting to look pretty good. They did activate the Grey Realm though, and I only have 7 health left, so I have to be really careful about board clears. Well, I'm technically not dead yet. I just have to prevent them from slaying any more units. Or playing 2 units out because they do have the Darkened Halberd, but they just play it as a Terash. And I am 1 damage off killing it. Ugh, so close. They swing in, and there's nothing I can do. GG, well played. Looking back on this game, I should have been more cautious about filling up the board, exactly because of not only Ruination, which is pretty rare these days, but also because of Realm of Death, which does see some play and does pretty much the same thing as Ruination. Once I realized they didn't have Rekindler, I went into full aggression mode, disregarding all precautions, thinking that I had this game in the bag. Let this failure serve as a lesson for us all, that pride cometh before the fall. That's enough poetry out of me. Let's get on to the next game. My next opponent is, drumroll please, Akshan Morgana Jarvan. Nice. This should be an easy one. Unlike the past few games, a lot happens in the first few turns in this matchup, so the opening mulligan is very important. I like keeping Pool Shark here because they often have a 1-drop on turn 1. And since I did get the Miriam early, I can play the Pool Shark on turn 1 without fear of losing a card, but I don't want to play it if I don't have to. And in fact, I don't play it, even though they did drop a 1-drop. Because I drew a gotcha, I want to be able to updraft the gotcha instead. And while I did draw a second gotcha, and that's rather unfortunate, I do have a temple in hand, so it's not the end of the world.
This is big brain time.
I deduce that they don't have a Broadwing in hand, since they didn't play it before attacking. And I go ahead and take the risk to play the Nilah. Getting a free attack from Nilah would be huge. They could have a buff for the cultist, but I swing in anyways. And huzzah! No punish. Always lucky. Then they play something that really catches my eye. Shadow in the Brush. I'm familiar with the deck list, so I'm certain it's Avenging Vastaya, the one that acts like a deny. I'll keep that in mind. I finally kick back the gotcha, and I'm chillin'. I want to be greedy and play the Windborn Mariner to be mana efficient, but that would preclude me from playing the Eye of the Storm, so begrudgingly, I pass. I give up the Nilah so I can pass because I'm afraid of the Explorer spell that destroys landmarks. And I should have attacked with the Miriam as well, but what are you gonna do? They pass 2, so I go ahead and play the Janna instead, because I really get the feeling that opponent has that Explorer spell because of that pass. I do make a mistake here in my ordering, however. I should have started with the Slipstream and played the Janna on the cards that I drew. Thankfully for me, I drew into cards that I could use. Twice. Always lucky rubber ducky. Rito was really looking out for me that time. They drop below mana for the Explorer plus the spell.
Nice.
So, I feel safe playing my Temple. But holy cannoli, do I have another thing coming to me. They play Search Warrant. What? I've literally never seen this card in play before. I've been thoroughly bamboozled. So, I'm looking to bait the Morgana into combat with this attack. I just need 1 damage and I can thoroughly and efficiently deal with her and get my Temple back. But they're too smart for that, and they don't take the bait. I do get the kill on the Spell Shield unit though, so that's nice. I'm feeling so smart, criticizing my opponent for getting greedy and spending all their mana on a unit. But I forget that Tidal Invocation summons a 1/1, and my Temple is obliterated. I can't fucking believe it. I blame it on having never played against that card before, but honestly, looking back at it now, I was simply too cocky. I was resting on my laurels as I believed I was coasting to victory. Then Jarvan shows up to kill my freshly leveled Janna, and only a turn later they drop a bomb, the Kingfisher.
I'm in danger.
They draw 3 champions, and now they have multiple rallies lined up over the next few turns. My arrogance is gonna cost me big time. They have the right of negation for my first volley, but thankfully my wizened helmsman provides me with the fuel I need to take out... Surprise! I take out the Jarvan. The Kingfisher is scary, but the Jarvan is even more dangerous, providing my opponent with consistent removal to take out my board. And then, there you go, 1 Kingfisher down. And I do still have an advantage. Opponent is at 2 health now. I give up the Nilah And I should have attacked with the Miriam as well, but what are you gonna do?
Sorry for what? Our daddy taught us not to be ashamed of our dicks, especially since they're such good size and all.
All I need is one Mystic Shot, and it's GG. But they do have a Morgana, so getting that last bit of damage might be tough. I have the kill on her, but they have Barrier. Thankfully, they spend all their mana on a unit, so the rest of my turn is pretty easy. Drawing Helmsman here is delicious, granting me 3 more damage to the Nexus and 2 more cards. My plan to take out the Morgana fails though, so I have to fall back on the elusive strategy. But I don't even have to use my Eye of the Storm. Janna takes it home. GG, well played. Finally a win. It's about damn time. And even though I sorely misplayed that last game, I still managed to eke out a victory. And that puts us within striking range of Plat 3. I'm really looking forward to taking Darius Nar out for a drive, so let's hope that the next game is the one. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe bell, and leave a comment down below. And good luck and have fun out there, y'all. I'll see you in the next video.